What's going down YouTube? It's your boy Boskie Beatz back at it again. You know what I'm saying? About to give y'all another good video today. If you seen this, you clicked on the video, you know the title of it. We're gonna go ahead and get into the full beat breakdown behind Glory Falls. Super excited. I think it's gonna be a great video for me just to give you guys a little, take on some of my insight and my knowledge on how this record came about, and just all what I did with it, bro. Seeing the FLP, seeing the session, seeing what we added in the order we added it, and going from there. So I'm super excited about this one. I think it's gonna be a good video for y'all boys who trying to learn and get right. Shoot, if you got any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Man, we just gonna get into it, bro. I'm super excited. So let me go ahead and flip my screen so we can get into the project file and take it from there. Y'all ready? Man, let's go. All right, so we got the FLP up. We finna go ahead and break this mug all the way down. And I would say this again and again and again, bro. I love this record. And bro, just the fact that like I was making beats at Reach, bro, mug was so much fun, bro. And just the fact I got to cook up, just go crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and break it down. So everybody knows, bro, the first sound you hear in that mug is them horns, boy. It's them horns. Shout out to my dog, my co-producer on this, J-Ro. Man, boy, sat down the keys, played this pattern. As soon as he played this pattern, I was like, boy, I gotta put the drums on that. So this is what it sounded like. So super simple, but super like epic. It sounds really layered, really just, it sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? It just sounds super good, bro. It sounds like, hey, I'm making a statement. As soon as you turn that mug on. Oh, let me go ahead and tell you this, to tell you boys this too, man. I got this sound from Xenology, bro. If you look at the sounds, bro, Xenology. And then we're gonna check out the next sound, which is a flute actually. So I got this one Phase playing. So as y'all can see, and y'all can kind of hear it too, man. It goes along with the melody. And so after that, we went ahead and we added that bass that you hear at the very beginning. And just the whole thought behind this is just to continue to build that bounce, continue to build the anticipation on what's happening next. So this is that bass. That's that bass, sub bass from the mini mode. From whenever I get the chance, bro, I always use that bass. The low end on that mug is insane. So verse kind of came in. We changed up this end part here, which I'll let you guys hear products behind it. You see the octave drop right here at the end, just to help give it that build up to, oh yeah, we about to go somewhere. So this is the bell from Xenology again, bro. Xenology again. And this is what they sound like. So super easy bells. I didn't even quantize it. Sometimes you just go with the feeling of stuff, bro, and I have to quantize. This is what it all sounds together Is the intro, melodics, they all sound together. So you hear the flute, you hear those brass really standing up front. The sub really doing a great job of getting that low end carried, and then you do hear the bells faintly, but the whole point of the bells was to give it just that anticipation and the ear candy, so you can be like, okay, something we're moving. We'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and start with the drums. Um, Personally, my favorite. You feel me? I love drums. Everybody who knows me knows I love my drums, bro. I take my time and my pride on drums, bro. I just feel like they carry so much of the bounce. They're so important. So with that, um, what I did with this first is I always do the hi hats and the snare first. Um, Really important is to establish that rhythm. So here is the hi hat pattern, and here's what they sound like just by itself. So that's the hi hats. Then you got the snare, super snappy, just in your face. Crazy. Um, I'm gonna do the open hats first because the 808 is. I'm gonna let y'all have the 808 last. Simple open hat, on the on like the one and just on the one of every bar. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Super easy. Then you have the 808. It comes in right after that intro, which is my favorite. So this is the 808 pattern. Super easy, super simple. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot going on. You feel what I'm saying? Super easy, super simple. Play that end part for you too. So you hear that in some parts of the song. This is what the drums sound like together. I'll give you guys a taste of that. So did that. This is what it sounds like all together. So you guys can get a good vibe of it. So that's the first part of the drums when it comes in for the very first part of the verse, kind of the intro with that choir. Um, Something that we I actually did in the studio actually was like as the first. After I did the drums for this, we actually went in and I had the idea just to take out those horns, that brass, and just do a different pocket of drums. Just because a lot of times I think it's important, definitely, especially with beats like this, because it's so simple and it get repetitive. And so a big thing that I love to do on my beats is to kind of give different feelings, which is true, whether that's changing the beat pattern, changing the drum pattern totally, or that's taking out some elements, or that is switching the 808s around, or kind of just whatever I can do to give it a different feel. So we actually went in here and we created this. I created the secondary bounce for the verses, just to give it some more emotion, some more dynamic, so it doesn't sound just those horns blaring the entire beat. The goal is to break this down, just to give it a new vibe, a new bounce. So we'll start with the melodics first. Again, we took those horns out and just did something with space, just to give the artist space to rap. So that is kind of like like a violin staccato that we did, again, just to give it some space. And so we did that for the first half, and then we added I think it was another long violin on the second half, just to give it just to give it some more sauce. I'll play that for you guys too. Again, super simple, super easy. Um, all of these notes together, even with the staccatos, yeah, they're kind of stacked on the second half of it. Makes stuff with pockets in it, to kind of leave that space for the drums to breathe and the drums to speak through, but also to not just not having absolutely nothing to kind of help carry the melodics along. So we'll go ahead. I'll do the kick and I'll do the kick, snare, and the hi hat, because the hi hat's only a two step anyway. So I did change the kick. I did change the snare on this. It sounds more Memphis, just to give it a really cool. It's a different vibe, man. Definitely going for that. So this is what the kick, snare, and the hi hat sounds like together. Something else that I did was I added this what in here too, kind of box, just to give it a Memphis feel, really. Yeah, so added that what in there just to give it some more vibe, to give it more of that Memphis sound. Something else I added in here was a breath box, adding elements. I think the biggest thing about these drums and this part of the song is just the elements that are added, right? Just to make sure it doesn't sound different, but it doesn't sound too far left. You know what I mean? This is what it sounds like with everything. Just a cool little vibe, bro. Just to just again to make it sound crazy. Something else that I did. So now we're gonna go ahead and get to the 808 that I use here. This sounds really good, bro. I love this 808. Shout out to OK Warren for this kit, man, bro. It's crazy. So this is the pattern. Y'all can check it out right now. Super crazy. Just it fills the room, bro. Fills the room. And so this is what everything sounds like together. Crazy, crazy, right? Simple drum patterns, um, they always work. They always work. They always will work. You know what I'm saying? Not overproducing, not over putting a whole bunch of rhythms and stuff into drums, bro. It gives it space for the artist to really shine while there still being some rhythm and some thump behind them, which is something that is amazing. So I love to do that. So especially when we're making this, man, the biggest goal was to get Mizo and to give Mizo space to be herself, right? To sound herself, to not want to draw and go crazy left, but give her something that's an anthem that just like is her, that is up her alley. And so I feel like with this beat, man, we went absolutely insane. As you're looking at it, it's a super simple beat. I mean, one, two, three, uh, three, three, four instruments. I mean, not a whole lot of instrumentation going on, but I think, you know, it all goes back to the melodics just being solid. If the melodics are solid, bro, you don't have to do a whole bunch of work on the production side. So, let's see here. So we're gonna go to the breakdown. That actually funny enough, we recorded this and Mizo was in the studio and she was working on it and everything, and that was the beat, right? Then they let me know that Few was going to be on it, so we worked some of the beat and we added some of that breakdown in that second verse so that his verse could really shine but also be a little different. So I definitely want to show you guys that, bro. And I tell you, like, i love I love these drums on Fuse verse. I brought this thing. It's just creative, bro. I remember we were in the studio and we were working on it, and he was just like, bro, we gotta make something different for Few and like make sure his verse sounds different but not too left. And I was like, okay, I mean, let's figure it out. And so I ended up messing around and adding this part. So um, we ended up still go into it regular, right? Um, Going into Fuse verse, I changed the melody up a little bit, gave it a different vibe, different space, and then I changed the drums as well, just so Few can shine. He can shine, and he definitely did that. So I'm gonna show you guys the melodics, the very first one. So that's that's the staccatos again from Contact. Different staccatos than the very first one. I wanted to give it just a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to sound a little bit more trappy, a lot more dark, a little bit darker, grittier. And so that's the staccatos. Here is the horns I did as well. So we'll check these out. Super crazy, just like, again, pockets. Those pockets matter. I think for this instrument down here, I kept the other staccatos. Yep. So there you have it. I kept the staccatos in that one. But I ended up going in and adding some more, so added some more flavor to it. I have the same elements from Mizo's verse, but different as well. And so um, this is the hi hats and the snare. Um, this bounce is very different. Taylor make it a little different. This could give us some sauce, bro, so people can like really, again, so that Few could really shine in his verse. So you'll see that like the some of the snares off. I did that on purpose, right? So like a new sense of rhythm, because it's like, okay, this is a new spot in the song. The melody's changed. It's uppity, it's trap, um, and it just sounds crazier. So what I did was I wanted to make sure that the bounce was just different. So here's the snares. So you guys can see here, it's not on the two and the three, the two or the four. I forget the what it's called. And then you got some accent snares in there too with the double snare at the end, right? Just giving it a different feel, a different bounce. Um, all those things count, right? So here's the hi hats. The hi hats are the same. The pattern is the same. I just changed the snare hits, as well as on this part I added um, the record scratches, which you hear. I'll play that for you real quick. Definitely took out some of them lows just so it doesn't clash with the 808. It's definitely a lot deeper. Same thing with the open hats. Went ahead, um, changed the hits, changed how frequently they are. So instead of it hitting on every bar, right? Now it has more rhythm, right? It's starting to again feel different rhythm wise. And so I'll play that real quick. So you guys can hear that those open hats are complementing that snare, right? And so I'm gonna play I'm gonna play the kick as well. Um, I strategically did it to where the kick would only come in on the other half. Again, thinking unconventional, and here's what they all sound like with all the drums together with the kick. Super crazy. Sounds super amazing. So this is my favorite part. The bass line is insane. This is gonna sound chaotic, but it works so well with the rest of it all wrapped in together. It's like one of those things where it's like you can't listen to it piece by piece because it doesn't make sense. But when it all comes together, it just makes sense and it marries together so well. So I'll just play this bass line for you guys, and then we'll listen to the whole thing together. But this is what it sounds like. Crazy. That bass is moving, right? The bass is moving, which is perfect, right? Because then it just marries all of this together. So I'm gonna play this whole thing together so you guys can get the fullness of it, with the melody, with the drums, and just how different it sounds going into it. So we'll play it from the very part before it, and then we'll get into it so you guys can see the difference. Insane. It's a pick up a pace, which is what I love, and you going, and so I absolutely love that part. I remember when I was like piecing this together, with Dre and Nine in the studio, we were piecing together, and he was just like, "Hold on, Boskie, like this is hard, like where you going? What you doing with this?" And just yeah, it's a lot of fun, bro. So with that, that's it. That's the entire beat of "That Your Glory Falls." What I'm excited for, and what I hope you guys get out of this is just, bro, don't be afraid to try things, man. The best thing you can do is try it. The idea fails, it fails. You can always go back to another idea. You can always go back to simplifying. But sometimes it's good to try things out and see how it goes. One thing I love about this record is just how simple it is. You guys seen the music, you've seen the beat. It's super simple, but what the elements that go into it make it sound crazy, to make it sound epic. It's the structure, right? And I hope you guys can see that even in the beat. It's the structure that matters as well to kind of keep that roller coaster flowing. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys got any questions, drop it in the comment section below. So if there is another breakdown you guys want me to do from a song that I produced, bro, let me know. I want to do it. I want to talk through it. Man, I'm really hoping that as I begin kind of sharing what my process is and my work, with how I do things, hoping that you guys can learn how to make beats. And what does that look like? How do you choose to do certain things? Because I think that, some things is a science. Yes, it's math, chord progressions, all those things. But then some things are feelings, right? And music isn't just math. It isn't just scales. It isn't just all these other things. But no, it's feeling. It's about what you feel. And then how can you get that feeling out into the computer or out to the instruments and then in the instrumentation. So hope you guys enjoy it, man. Again, I'm super thankful and grateful for the opportunity to be able to work with Reach. Man, I just remember being a kid and listening to the summer playlist. I remember, listening to Lecrae. I remember listening to, all the people who have been a part of and been in Reach Records and the Reach Studios. And so, bro, to be a part of this playlist back to back is nothing but a blessing and an honor. So, bro, man, I just praise God for it, and I'm super excited and happy. I'm praying and hoping that you guys continue to stream the music and love the process. So, again, man, I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Boskie Beatz, and we out, bro. Let me know what y'all want me to do next, bro. I'm saying? I'm ready to get this content rolling, bro. You know what I'm saying? And let me know, some critiques as well, because I need to learn. This is my first full breakdown. If you guys don't understand something, just hit me. Put it in the comment section. I'll answer it. And we can go from there, all right? Love y'all boys. Gone.